Yeah, again now. Okay, I'm gonna go live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to an Unkindness of Idiots Wednesday stream. We are here on a lovely Wednesday night. I am here joined with my friends. We are going to discuss a variety of topics, do something interesting and cool tonight. But before we get into that, I'll introduce you to the gang. First, we have the fallen god of sorrow, our good friend Oz.
I exist only to be pain and inhale pain and, I don't know, eat chili.
That's good.
We have the bee's pajamas. We have Sky Fox.
Hello.
And we have that NPC bard from everyone's D&D games, Wyatt.
Your opinion is wrong, and you should feel bad.
And it's me here, your token Canuck Sengoku. We do not, unfortunately, have our spectacular Spectre Phoenix with us, but we will push on with our opinions.
He's taking a ghost nap.
Yeah, you know how it is.
Yep.
Similar
He
to
heard
Dirt
that there
Nap.
were. Yeah, he heard there were going to be opinions involved, and he noped out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
As you do.
Yeah. So, how's everyone's week's been?
Aliens!
Mm-hmm.
We have a little echo.
Do we?
That's all I'm gonna say.
Aliens.
Of course we do.
Do we have an echo? Oh, shit. Echo.
Echo.
You suck! I suck! Wait,
We need to get an associate named Echo, so that we can tease his little echo.
why are you teasing Echo? What the fuck?
Well, because we have a little echo, and we'd be like, oh, Echo. Don't overthink
How did you know my penis was named Echo?
it.
And stop calling it little!
I have communed with the other side, and I am receiving a message that
Mm-hmm.
Phoenix will be here in about 10 minutes because his widow tummy is feeling icky.
He's a ghost. He doesn't have a stomach.
That's extremely
Ghosts have
racist towards
stomachs?
ghosts. Man, you... Wow. That's a really
I don't want to
loaded
hear
opinion you have
anything
there.
from you!
What do you mean, motherfucker?
You of all people, you gnome racist!
Gnomes aren't people. It's not... You can't offend me with that.
Well, ghosts aren't people anymore.
Hey, listen.
It's got you there.
Ghosts are always people. They're just the absence of fullness. They're like,
They're after
you know,
people.
they're like your hope. It's like your hope and dreams. You know, they're there, but they're not really there.
Thank you, Soggy.
I mean, what?
What?
Soggy Lettuce is our hero.
Are you?
Mhm.
What? Wait, what'd she say?
I said thank you, Soggy Lettuce, for letting us know that there was a little echo.
Thank you.
Let us know.
Mm-hmm. And Little Echo is a gnome, and therefore Wyatt doesn't acknowledge his existence.
Why you don't acknowledge my penis?
No,
I don't.
I don't like it, nor its little red hat.
That's all right, because it's always there with you.
Oh yeah, I forgot. You know, it just kind of just pops out of places and just makes the room sad.
Yep. If you ever feel the room getting a little bit sadder, my penis has entered the room.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
It's the opposite of
It's like what a go.
It's like the opposite of like a turn on. It's just a
Clap on
You turn off.
penis.
yeah.
It's the ick. My penis is the ick. No. It's
And
all
if
right
you don't
because my
understand
booty.
that reference, it's a callback to an earlier episode. Go watch it. Not now
Last week.
because we're live, but later. Just
I
go.
mean, honestly, if you haven't seen it, what are you doing, man?
Really, what are you even doing with your life?
That episode was a banger. The ick
It
went
was
hard.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, yeah, aliens.
Tell us about the aliens.
Which set of aliens would you like to know about?
The ones that you have brought up, Because as soon as I joined the group, like I heard you talking about aliens, and I did not get any context.
Well, I'm glad you asked, Sky. Let me tell you about these aliens. So there's two different instances of aliens recently. There's the aliens, not aliens, but the potential aliens on Venus, because they found a gas that's only been found on Earth in living species.
Oh,
So that and some other things that I don't have research pulled up for are leading scientists to believe there might be some kind of life on Venus, which is cool.
that is really cool. And
then, what's up?
Of all the planets in our solar system, that is the most mysterious of it, because we can't really see through the surrounding atmosphere.
That's correct. Actually, we can't see the ground layer of most of the planets in our solar system because there's a lot of gas and weird diamond
Except for
rain.
the planets don't actually have a fucking quote unquote.
Yeah, some of them,
it's all
yeah.
gas.
Yeah. The gas giants, they don't even have a surface, right?
I like to call
they
Venus
are
the gas
surface.
midget.
Which is extremely interesting because if they don't have a surface, does that mean their core is just kind of exposed in there somewhere? And that's pretty
Well, they're-
spooky.
Yeah,
They're
they
all
basically
gas.
have a liquid. Well, they're all gas technically. They technically also have a liquid core. So
Oh,
it's weird. Like gas giants are fascinating. Like
And
you
again,
can
this is cool.
literally
all this
spend your
is-
entire life studying just Jupiter. It's fascinating.
Mhm.
That was my
All
nickname
this is
in
just
college.
theoretical because we can't really look at them.
What was your name in college? Jupiter?
Gas giant.
Oh, gas
Yep.
giant.
Yep.
You know, I understand the giant part.
Hmm.
The gas part,
My name was-
that sounds like it comes with a story.
Well, you described it. I'm a big gas giant full of liquid. That's pretty much it.
Mm.
So basically, he
Is-
shit his
is-
pants.
Is the liquid beer?
Wait.
No,
No,
the liquid's
the
internal.
liquid is maple syrup.
I keep the liquid internal most of the time.
I get it now. I get it now.
I see. I don't see.
Maple syrup runs through his veins.
Hmm.
Sengoku's a rapper, but instead of ice in his veins, it's maple syrup.
Oh my god.
I
Does
would
that
pay
mean
for
his
that
rap
album.
name? Does that mean his rap name is Little Maple? No, it's Big Beaver. That's his name is Big Beaver.
Big beaver.
Big Beaver. And he has to have a song called The Goose on the Loose.
Oh.
It's a whole song about how geese, Canadian geese mate for life. They're just like us.
Wow. I love that. Take my money. Take my money now.
Oh yeah. I've obviously been watching Letterkenny, and it is a
Mhm.
blast.
I'll take money.
Did you
You
know?
ready for a Donny? You ready for a Donnybrook, brah?
Yeah. Did you know Tom Green is from Ottawa, and he used to, when he first started, he was a rapper. He has,
Oh my goodness.
he has a whole music video where he's just tearing around Ottawa. It's called Check the OR.
Check the
Oh.
OR. I need to check that out.
Nice.
Yeah.
If all this Canadian love that I've been discovering keeps going, I'm just gonna walk around with a Hugh Jackman hat and just have like a Canadian Maple Leafs T-shirt, and just for some reason have a fucking hockey puck in the car.
Hang on. One more time. Say that again.
If I become more of a fan of Canada, I'm just going to have just a beanie that has Hugh Jackman's face, and then just a Toronto Maple Leafs like a fucking jersey. And yet I don't watch hockey, but I'm just gonna just start walking around with it.
But why Hugh Jackman?
Yeah, that's the part I'm thinking of.
Well, because I have Ryan Reynolds underwear.
Hmm. That
Hugh
part makes
Jackman's
sense.
Australian.
That way, but Hugh Jackman's Australian, but he plays Wolverine, who's Canadian.
Jesus.
Why wouldn't you just have comic book Wolverine?
Because that's not as funny as having
Jackman is
Hugh
also
Jackman,
played a British
and
one.
then he also was in the original Oklahoma play where he spoke with a a Southern accent.
Yep.
And he was
Mhm.
on Broadway. So guess what? I don't give a shit. Just having Hugh
There's-
Jackman as a hat would be hilarious.
Hey, we have summoned him with the magic word of Hugh Jackman.
Woo!
Sorry, I'm not feeling great.
I like to believe, like myself, Hugh Jackman is an honorary Canadian.
Hugh Jackman is not.
Definitively not.
There were so many other options you could have gone with,
Yeah.
and you
I
picked
already
the
have Ryan Reynolds
Australian.
underwear. I can't have much else.
You got Justin Bieber. There's like a billion Canadian actors.
I don't want him on my head.
But that's like you going to like Scandinavia with a Chris Hemsworth like t-shirt and being like, huh? You know? God of
he's-
Thunder? You know? Like it's like no.
He's Australian.
Exactly.
I'm
That's the
gonna
exact
remove
Hugh
your
Jackman is definitively honorary Canadian.
But Chris Hemsworth plays a Norwegian god. Like a Norse
Yeah,
god.
but that doesn't make him a Viking.
Oh my Christ. Your circular
you
logic.
can't argue with an idiot.
No.
I thought tonight was all about debating, so I'm just holding on to my stupid point that doesn't
Well,
make any
Your
fucking
point is
sense.
invalid
And
because
literally-
you said Hugh Jackman instead of Keanu Reeves.
Literally
Why-
every episode, everything on
literally-
this channel is arguing with idiots.
My thing is, I've adopted Keanu Reeves' hairstyle, so there's not much else I could do about the man.
That's
All right,
true.
you couldn't do Ryan Gosling, Michael J. Fox,
Listen,
Jim Carrey,
you're right.
Michael
You know what?
Cera, Donald Sutherland, William Shatner, Dan Aykroyd, Will Arnett,
Mike Myers.
Unfortunately,
Somebody has a list
unlike
of
you,
Canadian actors pulled
that's what I was
up.
gonna say. That's what I was gonna. You just literally took what I was gonna say. I was like, unfortunately, I'm not cheap enough to just have to pull up a list. I prefer to go with the Lord of them all,
Oh, you want me to put my
Wolverine.
list down? Michael Cera, Leslie
fuck your
Nielsen.
list.
I go
Fuck
plenty
your
of
list.
Canadian actors, and
Fuck
you even mentioned
Your
Leslie Nielsen.
list. Your list is like your opinion.
No,
Worthless.
fuck you and your racist. Fucking,
Listen here.
I'm gonna
How
take
is your
this Australian
racist to
and
be a
label him as a
Canadian?
Canadian.
That doesn't make any sense.
You sure?
It's
can.
not a
Canadian
race.
It sure is.
What are you talking
You
about?
have insulted
You summoned me.
my good friend Sengoku,
Mhm.
and I want you to know you're a bad person.
I'm
Yep. How dare you insult the not Japanese man?
Yeah, the man who's gone constantly around is a bald Japanese man. You're right. I'm very sorry.
I didn't make
Sugar bushes.
I didn't make this choice. This choice was made for me.
Yeah, but you've never publicly come out about it. You've never publicly had to defend yourself or ask an
Talked
apology.
about it last week.
Well,
On
last week is
stream.
old news, bitch.
It's literally the most recent news we've given.
Fuck your opinion.
Ugh. It's hard to argue with an idiot, you know?
You're right. Pro Mayor is, pretty great.
I like
It
how
wasn't me. It
anytime
wasn't
you're
me.
losing an argument, you immediately go for something you know I don't like.
No, I don't always do
This
that.
argument.
I
fuck
don't
you.
always do that. Phoenix always does that. I
No,
don't
Phoenix
always
just
do
likes
that.
poking the bear.
Yeah.
He pokes the bear.
He does.
Yeah.
He pokes every bear. He just walks up and goes poke
He
right on
opens-
his
Talking
little bear
about-
nose.
One, on that note, you got who else would like to talk about the week before I talk about the weird, funny facts I discovered?
And so the second set of aliens that were discovered.
What?
Go on.
Oh, I want to hear about the aliens.
That's really just Wyatt.
Oh, okay. Wyatt is the alien. I get it. Okay. All right. Fun fact.
the government discovered Wyatt and labeled him as alien. Because he was so racist, he rejected every race.
Aliens live in the ocean.
Wyatt is an ocean-dwelling octopi.
Blub
Every-
blub.
Everything makes so much more sense now.
Octopi just occasionally like to punch fish that get too close to them. So I can imagine Wyatt being a fish.
Oh, maybe the Titan sub wasn't actually destroyed. They were abducted.
Conspiracy.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
by
the
Wyatt, the
aliens-
octopus.
Yeah, maybe the aliens destroyed the wreckage to
Yeah.
throw us off the scent.
You got it. Me and my race of octopussies dealt with them.
Wait, how many pussies do they have?
8.
8.
Yes.
Nice.
Pretty sure they just have one, guys.
I'm pretty sure they have 7. You could say 007.
Da-da-ba-da.
Anyways, Wyatt, go on.
So Burger King
lost
stunned
interest.
all.
Fucking Burger King. No, continue.
Have you guys heard about the real cheeseburger?
Oh, I sure have. Yeah.
20 slices of cheese, no meat, all
Oh.
sandwich. This is Burger King's newest craze. And people are buying into it like fucking wild people.
Is it in America? I thought it was just like.
It is. So, real cheeseburger, the real cheese, this shit's going down across the country, across all of America, at over 23 restaurants.
How many lactose intolerant people do you think have died already?
You know, it started in Thai restaurants,
Yeah, that's what I thought.
and it spread across the country of America as the craze has been pushed outward. Some calling it heaven, while others call it revolting. Some reports have said that branches of Burger King had to stop taking orders for deliveries to ensure they had enough stockpiled cheese for in-store diners. Burger King said that this is for real, while they're promoting and urging diners to show off their food while they're eating it, leading to a TikTok craze.
You know, it
So
kind
what
of
you're
reminds
saying
me
is-
of what's up?
Nothing.
God damn it.
The cheese sandwich has been hugely popular in Thailand and has spread outward to multiple 23 North American locations have started following the craze.
So it's like a grilled cheese sandwich, but it's not grilled.
Exactly, they're literally just slices
And
of cheese.
it's not cheese. It's
not even real cheese.
It's 20 slices of processed cheese.
American.
Yeah, not real cheese. Yeah,
Wait,
It
is
says
all
American
just
cheese, but we all know it's-
Yeah.
it's
yeah.
literally just American
Yeah,
cheese.
it's not even
That's
one
what
of
it
the-
says right here.
It's not
20
even like
slices of
it's not even
American
something
cheese.
interesting where they're like, oh yeah, we have some mozzarella, we have some, like Gouda, we have some. It's like no, just 20 slices of American processed cheese.
Yeah,
like
it's on brand
cheese.
though.
It disappoints
Oh,
me
yeah.
greatly.
Oh yeah. What?
But
One more.
on-
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, on the plus side, it's probably not as dangerous to lactose intolerant people because
Yeah.
it's not actually cheese.
Mhm.
It's not actually cheese, but I don't want to eat it.
No, I don't blame you.
I call the
But
sandwich
before-
girth.
But before we move on, Phoenix, what were you gonna say?
Do you honestly think you're going to get that out of me at this point in the age now?
We'd hope so. It's called personal
Why
growth.
are you here?
I'm gonna put
Not
a anal
gonna
plug
share.
directly in your ass, and I'm gonna make you suffer the worst tummy ache of all time.
I probably deserve it.
I'm gonna cleanse your
Just
colon with
don't
my
dare to
tongue
fucking
if you
say
just
it.
tell us your opinion.
Well,
I'll lick
What I
that
was-
colon clean.
Well,
never mind.
Come on, you fucker!
You were so close, and then you said you were going to lick my colon
Phoenix, if you
clean
tell
as
us,
I was
will
trying
come
to
over
say
and
it.
squeeze the shit out of you. There you go. I will fix your problems.
Perfect.
We'll give you
Just
divine
fucking-
intervention.
Wasn't that actually just like a fucking Mortal Kombat KO?
I'm sure it was at some point.
Oh man,
So
what I
Phoenix-
was. Nope.
God,
I swear to God.
none of us are gonna say a word until you say it. Say it.
He won't. He'll just let us like have a wordless
My thing is
podcast.
he's punishing us because there's a delay on the mics of less than a second, and because there's a subtle sound before we can be able to hear him speaking, we're to be punished for him to want to speak. Just say the fucking words, bro.
What I'm going to say then, again and again. So they had essentially just figured out that we are fucking mindless animals and we will do anything and put anything in our mouths.
Correct.
Yes.
They were the first
Yes.
corporation to figure that out.
No, that's been around for some time. That's like Arby's whole jam.
That's Arby's jam. That's how Sunny D became a thing now with 20% juice.
Look, Arby's has had it with the slander.
Arby's.
You know what?
Hmm.
This does remind me of the secret Arby's menu. They have something called the Meat Mountain, which is
Delicious.
like a full 5 pounds of meat on a burger. It is the craziest thing I've seen in fast food in a while.
Wouldn't you get the same thing by ordering 10 Arby's sandwiches because they're like a half pound of meat? Okay, got it. Okay, that makes sense. Got it.
And it's $11, and I have never tried it, but I know it exists.
Holy this. So one more fun, crazy, wild fact for you guys. Currently moving across UK, there is a mile-long swarm of flying ants that are moving along the south coast, with multiple pictures of this massive storm. Forecasters actually had to bring them up because the mile-long creation is likely going to be engaged and continuously engaging each other for over a week, as they are just making their way along the countryside. I find this funny because this is like a mile-long, like just interconnected massive mass of just fucking ants, and it's wild. Like
Now,
you
are
can
they-
follow.
Moving mega orgy?
It's one mega
Yeah.
orgy, and they just keep moving further south.
Wow.
Nice.
Oh yeah,
We will all soon have ants in our pants.
we will. We will have ants in
Hell
our
yeah.
pants.
Wait, you don't already have ants in your pants?
No.
Wow, the current amount of flying ants may see as much of a 96% increase in their total number before September,
Hell yeah. And then we burn them all.
and then we burn them all. A lot
Like,
of
Why
wow,
couldn't
this is
bees
amazing.
be
This
having
is
an orgy?
beautiful. I would love a bee orgy.
Yeah.
That would be incredible.
that would be incredible.
Buzz, buzz.
Buzz, indeed, motherfucker.
But no, we get ants. Nah, fucking burn those fuckers. Dump hot aluminum on them.
I
Well,
thought.
I for one welcome our new insect overlords. I just remind you that I'll be very useful in your underground sugar caves.
Hey guys, I got a new idea for a video. We take 1,000-degree knife to an ant swarm. Just see what happens, man.
I got this great idea for the channel. What if we just did animal abuse?
They don't have a nervous system like that. They can't feel anything. Oh, why don't we just go? Fish can't feel anything, so let's just get 10 fish and just start videotaping us beating them against the fucking shoreline.
Aw.
Jesus Christ.
Lambs have feelings too.
Clams,
You know what?
they have a little foot.
That just reminded me of a recent scientific experiment they done did.
They done did.
They done did, boy.
I don't know why I became southern suddenly.
Yeah, the
I
country's
guess my
coming
rage. No, that they did in a forest where they put mouse wheels, like you would have in a cage, like little exercise mouse wheels in the forest, and wild mice would come in and run on them, proving that they do
pretty
not do
cute.
it because they want to run. They want to do it because they find the wheel fun,
There you go.
which is hilarious to me.
Having a little blast.
Yeah, that's Anybody else have any cool tidbits?
I have one more, unless anybody else has something cool.
Go ahead.
So there is a race of birds that have a small group of birds that have begun. So magpies in general, specific, very intelligent birds. They're the only birds to actually have entered into the Stone Age, and because
Oh.
of this, they've started developing anti-bird spikes that they have been placing into their nests to deter other birds, as many as up to 15,000. They've been making weaponized homesteads that they have booby-trapped, and they alone, like the families, are able to hide in there and sneak inside, and they don't have to worry about predators, as in other birds, eating their eggs ever again. These birds are getting, like, some of these nests are up to 50 meters in density and length, and they've actually caused 3 different people to have to go to the hospital because some of the shards, they didn't see them coming, and they would start climbing, and they would grab onto a branch, and their hand would be impaled. I'll show you guys these
Wow.
things, but magpies are, like, ravens are badass and smart birds. That's why, we worship them. Magpies are a close cousin, and ravens are getting close. Like, they're looking to be the next bird that might enter into the Stone Age as well. Yeah, these are very, like, smart fucking birds. This is
Wow.
crazy. Like,
That's
look at that thing.
That's really cool. That does remind me that an island off the coast of, I want to say, Madagascar, the apes there recently entered the Stone Age, and
Yeah.
no one is worried about it
They should be.
because, like,
they're faster than bonobos at this point, which is insane.
that's pretty spooky.
Pretty fucking crazy. Yeah, the animals are smarter than some people. Like, thankfully, I think we all have a healthy respect for animals. Animals are catching up to us. Like, any motherfuckers, like, oh, there couldn't be life on other planets. That doesn't make any sense. This shows me right here that other animals can be intelligent and supersede us. Like, they can be smart.
Yeah, if we are too dumb, the magpies will inherit the earth.
Exactly the way it should be.
And did you know that a group of magpies is called a mischief?
That's cute. Well, we all know what a group of ravens is called.
Idiot.
That's right.
Bunch of
An
fucking
orgy.
idiots.
An orgy. Yeah, actually, that was the original name for this channel, and then we figured we might change it to fit something better. So we actually went and changed the phylic name of ravens.
Yeah, originally the
It
channel was
had a
called.
little bit of
Originally the channel was called A Bang Bus of Idiots, and we thought, just
Yep.
a little too on the nose.
the glory holes of idiots.
There you go.
The bukkake of idiots. Ooh, we've gone too far. Or have we?
I'm going to
Anyways,
go with
like-
yes, we have.
Well, I think it's time to hand it over to Sengoku then.
Mm.
Sure. So, yes, the topic this week, as you can see by our setting and some of the little clues here, is we're going to be having a little bit of a court session. We are going to debate some ideas. And I got
I'm
just
fucking hard. Oh god,
Hell yeah.
I'm getting harder.
Judge Sengoku was filmed in front of a live studio audience. All trials are final.
Hey. It's Judge Jedi. Get it right.
hey,
Judge Sugarbushy.
I'll also accept Judge Sugarbush.
Yep.
Yeah, so order in the court. We will be presiding over a number of cases here. You do not have a choice whether you have pro or con. Whatever side of the scale you land on, I expect you to, passionately defend your side, regardless of it. Because of that, I didn't think it was fair to automatically assign individual topics for everyone. So I decided we're going to bring out the Wheel of Pain.
Oh.
Wheel.
So we got our wheel here. I'll share this with you guys so you can see it live.
Beautiful.
I can't see it regardless, so.
Fair.
Ooh, look at that.
Oh.
Okay, so I guess we will determine. For this particular one, I will be acting as the judge, and then we will go around the circle. We will spin the wheel, and then you will decide the judge will decide who's going to be the other partner. So for this one, I'm gonna have Oz, and I'm gonna have Phoenix. Just gonna go in order here. Oz, I'll get you to spin the Wheel of Pain.
All right, spin it. Now tell me what it is, because I can't see it.
Oh.
It is Avatar: The Last Airbender.
All right.
I think I will have Oz be con, and I'll have Phoenix
Hell
be
yeah.
pro. So, Oz,
All
if
right.
you- actually, I'll have Phoenix. Would you like to do the opening statements for why Avatar: The Last Bender is good?
Let me come up with something here, that requires me to have an opinion, so I gotta formulate it in my mind.
Keep in mind, this isn't your opinion. This is the Avatar is your client. So that's the
Right,
exemption. This is
right.
how we're getting around the rule here.
All right. So, I'm pretty sure a lot of us here have already heard of Avatar: The Last Airbender. It is quite up there with a few of the animations that had released in the time period that we all grew up. Could have also been one of your favorites, too. It struck the hearts of millions of people as we all grew up with it, and it forever had a place with us as we grew up. It was such a memorable cinematic masterpiece. You'll see.
Excellent. Thank you for those words. I will pass it over to the defense.
I ask, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I want you to really think about this series that you saw as a child. Do you really enjoy it, or is it the nostalgia talking to you? Avatar might have been good when we were kids, but it doesn't quite grasp complex topics that we need to as adults. And more importantly, it has led to some utterly awful things, whether it be Rule 34 on the internet or a possible movie being made. I would like to call my first witness to the stand, Wyatt.
I'll allow it.
Yes, I'm here.
Did you watch Avatar as a kid?
Absolutely.
And did you enjoy it?
Absolutely.
And you finished it?
Whole series multiple times.
And what about the follow-up series?
No, I hate it.
Objection, hearsay.
Legend
Has nothing relevant
of
to
Korra.
Avatar: The Last Airbender.
The Avatar.
Sustained.
Last Airbender.
The jury will ignore the last comment made by Mr. Wyatt.
Avatar: The Last Airbender ultimately led to another series. Therefore, I argue that it is responsible for causing this travesty. Now, Mr. Wyatt, are you aware of any movie based on the Avatar?
I do. Yes, I do.
And did you enjoy the movie?
I enjoyed it for not for the reasons that the creator intended.
Is the movie good?
It is a pile of shit.
Therefore, I argue that Avatar, despite being a fine series for children, has led to two very not great series. Therefore, rule of common sense says 2 is greater than 1. Avatar led to more bad than good. I rest my case.
Well, I don't advise you to rest your case. You will be allowed to.
Not yet.
You will be allowed a rebuttal.
I will. Yeah.
Okay.
In my state.
Your witness.
Phoenix, yes. Would you like to examine the witness, or?
Yes, I'll call in the other witness present here. I will call in Skyfox.
Oh, a new witness. Excellent. Okay. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you Oz.
Always. So help me Oz.
Continue.
And Skyfox, you are familiar with you yourself are familiar with Avatar: The Last Airbender, yes?
I am.
Watched it all the way through.
I have not.
Intriguing. Have you heard of the quote unquote travesties called the movie?
I have never seen the movie, nor have I seen the follow-up series.
All right. Well, what would you say your experiences with the base animation have led to?
It was entertaining, and I was enjoying it with my cousin. So, but I have not seen the rest of it.
All right. And from what little information we can gather, we can say that you are enjoying it at the very base of itself and appreciating what other values and what other content it is providing.
Yes, I bogged down after the episode that was entirely just Appa, and how he like moved around and had all these adversities because Appa doesn't talk. And then after that, I was like, oh, maybe I don't need to, I don't have a driving desire to keep watching it, but I intend to finish watching it at some point.
Okay. Thank you very much. You may leave the stand.
Okay.
Oof.
Well, in fairness,
So besides being backstabbed,
Mr. Oz does have the opportunity to cross-examine Miss Fox.
I'll let him finish his statement before I get the Fox.
Okay, the floor is
This guy.
yours, Mr. Phoenix.
It's a hell of a way to say it.
so besides being double crossed at the end there,
Hey, like I who said what side I was on?
Miss, you've been dismissed.
Oh, okay.
I
Sorry.
don't want to hold you in contempt. If you'd please
Okay.
sit down.
Sorry, Judge. Your Honor.
I think gathering from what we could say from the witness before us, that at least the base animation in and of itself is a fantastic masterpiece. It's been agreed
Objection.
with by
Hearsay.
both.
I don't think that's hearsay. I'm gonna have to allow it.
It's quite clearly obvious that both witnesses brought up so far have said that Avatar: The Last Airbender is a very intriguing piece in and of itself. This is what we are holding into question, not any of the films or any of the other works of content created afterwards. Whether that be the ones in question, the movie of Avatar: The Last Airbender, or Korra, or any of the other pieces that take place in that universe. It has been unanimously agreed by both parties that it is in fact great. I'll say.
Mr. Oz, do you have any closing statements?
Yes. I was gonna cross-examine Miss Sky, but I feel she has stated things that don't really need to be previously stated, such as she couldn't finish the series, got bogged down. Miss Sky, a professional writer, couldn't finish this childhood classic, as you call it, this masterpiece of a series. And I think that speaks volumes. We all treasure our memories with Avatar: The Last Airbender. I'm sure we all do. It was a cornerstone of every child growing up this generation. But it's time to grow up and realize it's not a good series. It was good at the time. It left us with good memories. But it led to even worse ones. To prejudice. To baiting. To letting M. Night Shyamalan make another movie.
Objection, hearsay.
Sustained.
That is a fact.
No, sustained. You cannot prove that it forced him to make the movie. That was his own choice.
I retract
And
myself.
he clearly didn't watch the show.
That is true. But in existing, it let him make that movie.
I already sustained it. If you'll move on, please.
Very well. In the end, all that can be said is we can treasure the things that we had in the past, but sometimes it's just better to understand that we need to move on. And Avatar was good in the past, but it has outlived its age. It did not age well. And there are better things to watch now, so, move on. I rest my case.
Excellent. Now that we have heard both parties make their arguments, I'll refer to. I'll take the jury. Let's hear what the jury has to say. Wyatt and Fox.
Yeah, bro, you really should have gone with me and not asked Sky. Yeah, your entire thing fucking exploded because she said before she's never completed the series. I have to go with I love you, man, and I love the series, but I have to go with Oz here.
Allow me real quick to provide you with a piece of evidence.
Surprise witness.
Surprise.
No
Closing
witness this
statement
time.
evidence.
What is this new piece of evidence you're trying to enter in?
In fact,
After deliberation.
No, it's
This
before.
is-
It's before.
Oh, okay.
I will try to turn the tables and bring this to Wyatt of all of the Rule 34 of everything that is not token.
What?
Did it cut me off?
Yep.
Yeah, explain
Goddamn
what
it.
Rule 34 is.
If it exists, there is porn of it.
Yeah. If you kindly explain what it is, how this is relevant.
It goes to counter the fact that Oz has said that. Well, no, never mind. I rest my case.
Okay, well,
Realize it would be contradictory
fair.
to what I said.
Sky, do you have any opinions on the matter here? How do you think How do you think you're swinging?
I haven't finished the series yet, but I still avoid as many spoilers as I can because I intend to finish the series at some point.
I meant
But
in
I
regards
think
to their
I still-
arguments, not
Yeah,
Avatar.
And no one gives a shit about anything else.
Okay. I think I'm gonna have to go with Oz.
Yes, I've taken what the jury's said under consideration, and well, it breaks my heart to say I'm going to have to agree and award Oz the victory and his client Fire Lord Azul.
Thank you. And I would like to say my client did nothing wrong.
Oh man, here in this court, you all will see. All of you will see in the future when the Fire Nation attacks. Then
Yeah.
you'll all be wrong.
We'll remember the day when they attack.
You'll remember this court case.
Okay. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna pass my judgeship over to Oz as the winner.
Your very judgy nature.
Yes.
Yes, thank you.
And then I'd like for you to elect 2 people. And then actually let's do it this way. You assign them pro and con, and then we'll spin the wheel.
Oh.
I think that's a little bit more
All right.
interesting.
I would like Sengoku and Sky.
Okay.
Mhm.
Sky, you will be con. Sengoku, you will be pro.
Okay.
Excellent. Now let us spin the wheel.
I don't see the wheel.
Okay.
Thank
It is video game microtransactions.
Oh.
Order. We are here today to discuss the validity, the meaningness, and the general vibe of video game microtransactions. Today, to start us off, would be Sengoku.
Right, ladies, gentlemen, animals of the court. I would like to welcome you here and thank you for your time. I'm here to discuss microtransactions and why they are an important necessity to the modern video game industry. They exist so that the video game developers can keep the prices low. We all want affordable games. We all want games that we can buy that aren't $90. Microtransactions allow us to purchase games at a low cost. And then if you want to invest more into the game, you're more than welcome to. If you don't, you can just play the game as intended. No harm, no foul. This also leads to more profit for the video game companies, as lots of suckers will throw thousands of dollars into a game. And I mean, ultimately, you don't need to, but it's beneficial for all parties as I see it. With that said, I will bring my first witness up. I am going to bring up Phoenix to the stand, if you would.
Yes, hello.
Hello, Mr. Phoenix. Do you play video games?
I do, yes.
Have you ever spent money on a video game outside of the cost of purchasing it?
I have, yes.
And about what video game would this be?
Let's go with one of my, let's go with one of the games that is actually free to play, and that is Warframe.
Excellent. Okay, and about how much money have you spent on said game? Let's suffice it to say, quite a bit of money. Would that be fair?
Can we get a medical stretcher in here? We're gonna need to take him out. He's gone insane.
Mr. Phoenix?
We're gonna need 30 cc's of microtraxamine.
Oh God!
Mr. Phoenix. Judge here, I don't know how to proceed with the witness. May I treat the witness as hostile?
The witness is having a panic attack. They will go be seated until they can be further examined.
Your Honor, permission to smoke this fat blunt to help with the PTSD.
Permission granted. Toke up, brother.
Needless to say, we have gathered evidence that Mr. Phoenix has spent quite a bit of money on this game. He is what I was referring to earlier as a sucker. And suckers like Mr. Phoenix allow all of us to play this game for free. I could pick up Warframe right now and not spend a dime outside of, in microtransactions. And Mr. Phoenix will pick up the tab. He will cover it so that they will keep putting in more content. They will keep, investing into this game because of suckers like Mr. Phoenix. So I can only view this as a positive for someone like me and someone like, I'm sure, the jury, who can really see how this is only beneficial. Thank you.
You really picked the worst person to call up. Phoenix single-handedly funded the second war in Warframe.
No, that's precisely why I called him up.
Oh, he's on the jury.
Well, the same thing happened last round.
Well, in this case, the jury is supposed to be many, many more people, but
No,
That's just, ideally we have a lot of the next time we do this, we'll have chat be the jury.
yeah. In this case, we're just trying to sway the judge. The judge takes what the jury says under consideration, but this is a civil case where the jury is just spectators.
All right, thank you, Mr. Jedi. Mrs. Sky, your argument.
I would like everyone to focus on the minor panic attack that our spectral friend had at the mere mention of how much money he has sunk into this free-to-play game. I posit that the suckers, as the opposing counsel has mentioned, are in fact victims of the video game industry and the microtransactions that lead them dry. I, for one, have known people who have dropped $100 in one sitting on a free-to-play game just to one-up someone who was being a dick, but it was $100 that this person could not afford to lose or spend.
Objection. Counsel does not know the intention of the person when they made the purchase.
It was revealed to me after the fact.
Hearsay.
Sustained. Strike
All
that
right.
last comment.
Okay. I would like to call Wyatt to the stand.
Alrighty.
Mr. Wyatt, to the stand.
Yes, I'm here.
Mr.
Do you
Wyatt.
swear to tell the truth?
Oh, go ahead.
Whatever. I'm not going to do that
Well,
every time.
About the truth? Yes, sir. I swear to tell only the truth.
Truth, the whole truth, so help you Oz.
You better
So
in front
help
of
me
God.
Oz. Praise to Oz. I worship the ground and I kiss his feet.
You put your hand on a burnt out PC.
Oh, or PS4.
Oh.
I shoved my dick into an electrical socket just for him.
Thank you.
Mr. Wyatt,
Yes, ma'am.
how do you feel about microtransactions? Do you think that they improve the gaming industry?
Well, they actually began as from what we know, is that they began as something that was supposed to be better for the gaming industry, but unfortunately, they have actually. It is of my belief that they have ballooned these prices, inflating, and most of the money no longer goes to the creators. In fact, we can see on the books that a lot of the money just goes to the CEOs at the top, and they just get to line their own fiscal pockets every.
Objection, too long, didn't read.
Overruled.
Go fuck yourself.
Argumentative.
I'm sorry. I shall refrain from saying such argumentative statements. It is problematic towards all gamers. Just like with anything, there is benefits that could come from it, but unfortunately, it's come to a point where the benefits are outweighed by the negatives.
And would you say that the standard of the microtransactions is limited only to free-to-play games?
Incorrect. Well, no, it is not. I should not say incorrect. I'm sorry. When it comes to certain games, they have expansions. These expansions, we can look at them like with certain games that we love. Oh, more content as long as it's worth the value that we purchase for it. But at the same token, we're buying it for the quality of content that we're provided for. But some of these expansions for for certain games, I shouldn't say for certain games has as well amplified the costs, and it's developed into these season passes that eke out money every single month for no true gain, because unfortunately, this is not what a lot of people like to hear. Your progress in your video game is not real life. And so by sinking that money into such a thing,
objection, it's real. It's real.
That
feels real.
That money could be
Overruled.
instead. Oh, thank you. That money could instead be going to other things that, though I do enjoy and love the group capabilities of video games, spending that money, only so much of it will go to your creators, and it ends up just ballooning and becoming a bigger problem.
And would you say that for some of these games that they are already expecting us to shell out $90 for, that they don't even finish and then expect us to microtransaction for the extra material in order to play the rest of the game? Would you say maybe that is not good?
Objection.
I'll
That's,
just
that's leading the witness.
Sustained.
Withdrawn.
Rephrase the question, madam.
Would you say, Mr. Wyatt, that microtransactions have become a necessary part to access a portion of games that should have come out finished?
Absolutely. It actually extends back to specific example of Elder Scrolls Oblivion, where they asked us, specifically Bethesda, asked us to spend $6.99 on the armor of a horse, and the armor has no actual in-game effect other than looking cool. And yet, we are expected to pay this ridiculous amount of money for opening quests, opening moments, experiences, gatekeeping content. The same thing with the game Azura's Wrath, where you had to spend $20 extra for the actual ending. A 5-minute cutscene was locked behind a $20 expense. That is, and those aren't even new, so there can't be a defense that, oh, this is a new thing. Azura's Wrath came out almost 12 years ago now. So this has always been a part of the gaming industry and has continued to be a festering wound.
Thank you. You're a witness.
Mr. Wyatt, have you ever purchased anything in a video game vis-a-vis microtransactions?
Of course. Yes, I have. For some things it was required to be able to pay content I should have gotten for free.
But have you ever purchased anything in a video game that was through a microtransaction that you enjoyed?
Of course, yes, very much so.
So it's fair to say that some microtransactions are good and some are bad.
Yes, that is fair to say.
Right. So by giving examples of the ones that are unfair, like horse armor, things like that, do you omit the things that are actually beneficial? Think about any expansions you've bought, things like that. You've gotten lots of hours of enjoyment, I'm sure, from a microtransaction?
I have, but at the same time, locking such things behind such high paywalls is problematic because it keeps me. If I don't pay for that, I don't experience the rest of the game. So I'm voluntold to purchase more for an experience.
But in some cases, though, you've had your full experience, right? You've finished the game, you enjoyed it, and this microtransaction is just offering you more of an experience.
That is fair to say. Like Blood and Wine's DLC, $20, but I feel that that $20 is more than worth the DLC experience for the microtransaction.
Would it be fair to say that video games, microtransactions, some of them are good and some of them are bad?
Yes, that is entirely fair to say.
So when weighing in on microtransactions in a whole, is it fair to say that they are, without exception, bad?
That is, I would not say that all microtransactions are bad. I would say that there are more negatives than positives at this time because of the greater.
That's in your opinion, right?
That makes sense to me. Sorry, I will have to move to the other room. Give me a moment, guys.
I will finish with this witness.
Sorry.
And in summation of that witness, I will just say that you can bring up examples of times when microtransactions have been bad, and you'll always find someone who's spent too much on microtransactions. But for those of us who don't spend the additional money, for the most part, it gives us access to things at quite a lower cost. It also allows for those of us who want to show off to our communities our special little horse armor or all the little doodads in our spaceships. It lets us be a little fancy. And I think that's our God-given right. And with that, I will conclude.
Yeah. Miss Sky, your closing statement.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, we understand that there are times when spending $2 on the skin for a flashlight to make it glow a different color may not be harmful. However, we also need to acknowledge that there are, say requiring real life money for every extra outfit if you want to look different from the default, or it's a slippery slope that we have been sliding down, and it is leading the video game industry into a worse place and is not actually saving us any money, because they already even the free to play games usually have ads associated with them that also pay the bills, and as was stated, the money does not really go toward the creators, so that they are not getting paid extra for the content usually. And even if it drags down the experience of a free to play game if there is a pay to play aspect of it. The microtransactions will make it so that you have whales that can, spend thousands of dollars a month to dominate, and they just sweep through a field and will completely destroy everything in their path. thus lessening the experience of the average free-to-play player. I rest my case.
Mr. Jedi, do you have any more closing statements?
I have an opportunity to speak again.
Yeah, I was gonna let you make your closing statement after hers.
Okay. Fair. So I would say there's a whole lot of, highlighting the bad and forgetting the good in this in Miss Sky's arguments here. Trying to paint this in a certain light as though all games are this. What I'll say here is there's good games, there are bad games, there are good developers and bad developers. Some people just know how to do it right. For those of you who have played New Vegas, who have played Fallout New Vegas, some of the DLC was the best content out there, but you can play the full game, you can enjoy it, but it's just a little something extra for you, and you don't need to spend any additional money. I could jump onto a Warframe game right now and not spend a dime, and I could hang out with Mr. Phoenix, and he could do all the things for me, and I could just enjoy the benefit of a free game. So with that, I would like the jury and the judge to really look at this case and really examine, are all microtransactions bad, or are there just the highlighted ones that Miss Sky spoke of? Thank you so much.
All right. Would the jury like time to deliberate?
Yes, sir.
No.
So, I mean, he's got a point, but man, microtransactions fucking suck, bro.
Here's the thing. They've gotten out of hand.
They have. They've gotten ridiculous. I mean, you personally have spent over $1,000-something
Yeah.
on one game.
Here's what I'll say. Microtransactions now fucking suck. I'll say in the past they were good. Like Black
Yes,
Ops
I
2 did
agree.
it perfect. I've mentioned that
yeah.
before.
Oh yeah.
99 cents for a skin, and you get more than just a skin.
Oh yeah. I still buy, and I still, when I was playing PlanetSide or Titanfall, I'd buy weapon skins or skins for my character. You know, if I liked it enough, if I play a game enough, I'm willing to buy some stuff, or at least I was. But unfortunately, Destiny 2 fucking ruined that.
Yeah. Like, they used to be good, and now they've just gotten so out of hand that more companies are now just trying to be exploitative with it than actually provide good content with these microtransactions. It's especially prevalent in mobile games where it's more just, let's flood your screen with ads and every other way to make money off of this game, while making a cheap fucking knockoff game that has little value.
Absolutely. Though we are pulling information outside of what we've talked about here, if we're looking at just the evidence the two of them provided, I'd say Sengoku gave off a very good point that not all DLC are specifically bad, but at the same token, when it comes down to it, I wish my money would go to the actual creators. You know,
You're
what's
right.
the point of a DLC, extra content, and the money value of it if it's not going to the people who created it?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I can see that.
I also see your point entirely, man. You're bringing out the exterior factors about these businesses and their shady practices, especially those fucking loot boxes, bro.
Fucking loot boxes.
Do you think we have a consensus, friend?
I think I fucking hate microtransactions.
Will the jury come back to the stands?
Yes, yeah. Let's go. Would you like to present
Do you have
for
your
us,
verdict?
little brother? Yes, I will let Phoenix give our verdict.
All right. Final verdict on microtransactions. It's got to be fucking
All
bad.
right, I believe that means Miss Sky has won.
Thank you.
Man, you were really put up to the fucking firing squad, Sengoku.
Yeah, I know.
I'm surprised you didn't mention League of Legends because that like 95% of the development cost comes from microtransactions. Those microtransactions literally go back into the game.
Like literally go into the game's
A game
operation.
that shall not be named.
Yeah, that's true. Fuck that game.
Lord Voldemort of the court.
Yeah, I refuse to mention it. Every time you mention the game, it gets another follower.
And I will remove my powdered wig and hand it to Miss Sky.
Thank you. All right. I think that we should see Wyatt versus Oz. Wyatt, I would like you to be pro, and Oz, I would like you to be con.
All right.
Spin the wheel.
See,
Let me know what
Oz is
subject it is.
convicted of arson.
Nostalgia.
Oh, god damn it.
I'm already on this train, baby.
All right, Mr. Wyatt, would you offer us your opening statement?
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I would like you to take a moment and recollect yourself. Think back to a time where...
What?
Just slapped him immediately with objection hearsay.
I see. Can we remove this
Overruled.
ruffian out of the court?
Yes. I will hold you in contempt, Mr. Phoenix, if you interject again. Proceed, Mr. Wyatt.
Give me one moment.
See,
I've completely blanked. Give me a second.
Look what
so
you
sorry.
did.
Oh, wow, Phoenix.
Think back to your childhood, Mr. Wyatt.
Yes. Back to the childhood. Something that comes up to you naturally. These rose-tinted glasses that make terrible times a superior experience. Such a thing is required whenever we are trying to move forward with ourselves and as people. You require nostalgia, the things that harken back to a time of greater desire, want, need, love, aspiration. These things are found in the thoughts of yesteryear. And finding one of these ancient items, watching or playing a video game that reminds you of that time period. Hell, I remember a time with my brother where we would sit down and we fought the carpet in Ultima 3. Now, whenever we walk on a carpet, we step on it twice and call it a silly little son of a gun because we beat it. These little moments make life greater in value. And so that is why we, you, me, all of us, require nostalgia to make the daily life that we are going to step forward and live much more vibrant, beautiful, and not just rose-tinted, but fulfilling. Nostalgia gives us warmth where other things leave us cold.
Well put. Mr. Oz.
Thank you, Madam Sky. I would like to remind you all that nostalgia up until the 1900s was considered a disease. Homesickness can cause physical illness to a person. Getting your hopes up to watch an old series only for it to let you down because it did not age well can bring you more disappointment than you're currently facing. Nostalgia will always bring more sadness than good. It has caused many a soldier to be sent home when they could continue fighting. Many a men to die at war. And many a series to be overhyped. Nostalgia is the devil's bane. Strike that. Nostalgia gives us hope where there is none. And not in the good way. It gives you expectations that are not there because you think back to when you were a child, to when your head was just barely reaching the table. And you think, man, that was really cool. But it wasn't. Nostalgia holds us back when we should be moving forward, shooting for things for the future, not things for the past. All right.
Does anyone want to call a witness?
Now, given the silliness of this trial, am I able to call anyone here for a witness?
Sure.
Mr. Oz,
Yep, let me get up there. Ugh. Yes.
I'll allow it.
you run much of what you operate as a person on many versions of nostalgia. Would you say that is incorrect?
Indeed.
Yes. In fact, it is your deep nostalgia, your love of a particular series that reinforces your meaning, your purpose, your life and live. Is this incorrect to say such a thing about Gurren Lagann?
That is incorrect.
Okay.
It is not my nostalgia for Gurren Lagann. It is my love for Gurren Lagann.
Okay, that is fair. A consistent love that facilitates your desires moving forward. It gives you meaning and hope. And it's part of that hope that gives you worth, just like those thoughts of yesteryear. And yet, we both come to this conversation about what is value. I have one little question to ask of you. What is your most nostalgic moment?
My most nostalgic moment, if I had to think about it, was sitting in my room playing Halo with my brother on local TVs.
When you think back to that time, what do you think? What is the emotion? But not only that, what do you smell? What do you taste? What do you hear?
I'm reminded of my brother who has disowned my family. I'm reminded
Okay.
of Halo, which was a good game, but has quickly deteriorated into, as we all know, an awful game. I am reminded of the fact that I didn't have a bed until I had dropped out of high school.
So, you are remembering terrible situations, and yet, in the midst of these awful situations, you have a specific memory that you say is nostalgic. Something that you remember with fondness amid all these horrible, terrible situations.
Indeed. That moment is kicking my brother's ass.
Yeah, beautiful. It was fun, wasn't it? Kicking his ass, showing
Always
him
is.
who's boss. No further questions.
I can't really cross-examine myself.
Yeah, would you like to cross?
Cross-examine yourself.
Sure.
goddamn.
Sure,
Okay.
fine. I will cross-examine myself. All right, Mr. Osmond. I ask you, of all the nostalgic memories you've had, how many of them are tied to bad memories? Well, I'd have to say most of them. You know, sometimes I feel like nostalgia can really hold us back. So you start thinking about maybe something good, maybe that ties into something bad. You spiral a bit into something worse. You remember kicking your brother's ass one moment, but then you remember that your brother has left your family and your dad is sad. That's a very interesting point, Mr. Oz. I need no further questions from you. I would like to call to the stand one Phoenix.
Yes, hello. I'm here.
Hello, Mr. Phoenix. How are you doing today?
You know, I exist.
And Mr. Phoenix, have you ever struggled with your mental health?
You know, I have a history of mental health problems. A lot of them.
And has thinking back on nostalgic moments in your past ever helped you move on from a current issue you're having?
You know, I find one problem with that statement. As a floating fog cloud, I am entitled to be unopinionated. So if anything, prior experience does not help me out here.
The witness will answer the question.
He answered.
I answered the question.
Prior experience does not help. Do you have fond moments that you look back on from time to time?
I would say so, yeah. Yeah, possibly.
And do those moments help you get through your day-to-day life?
No, sometimes I just look back on it and then I laugh a little bit.
Has there been any benefit to the nostalgia you have felt throughout your life?
No, not really. Sometimes I just get a little chuckle out of it every now and then, but besides that, there's no real merit to it.
Thank you very much. Mr. Wyatt, would you like to cross?
Of course. Mr. Phoenix, would you tell me about the first time you played Dungeons and Dragons?
Of course, of course. So then it was about... Oh god, when was that? I think you were a part of that. I think you actually have bias in that.
This is fair. I have predisposed bias. But my simplest question to that is, did you think about it
I did.
when I asked that question?
I thought about it. Gave me a little chuckle. Now I'm moving
Gave you a
on.
little chuckle. Not going to ask you, was it revolutionize your life now that things have moved forward, but with these subtle memories of these things that you're doing, when it comes to these moments of hope, these moments of past nostalgia, how does it paint your lens moving forward? How do you see those that you see as friends?
Having friends requires an opinion. So I'm obviously looking through a very muddy and very foggy lens.
So would you say that we are not friends? Or no, I'm sorry, strike that. You would say that yourself and Sengoku have no chemistry, no connection?
Maybe so.
Mm.
I think we all just see each other as people who play games from time to time.
And yet, you continue to be involved with a Wednesday stream.
Objection biased?
I don't know that that's a real objection.
Where are we
is.
going with this?
Definitely is.
Overruled. The witness will answer.
Objection bias!
You can't object, you're a witness.
No.
I agree, but you're a witness.
Jury, say something!
I have no further questions. Obviously, I'm not going to receive anything from this witness.
For reference, guy, objection bias is it would paint the witness or the defendant in an unfavorable way.
Just, I do better with straightforward questions.
I suppose a better answer there would be objection leading, but they both are relevant.
Okay. I am shocked that Wyatt didn't objection leading the witness when you were cross-examining yourself. It was a missed opportunity.
That's damn right.
Yeah.
Does anyone have any further statements?
Are you asking for our closing statements?
Yes, closing statements.
Wyatt, you were pro.
Ultimately, it is with a knowing heart that we need to step forward and move forward with ourselves. That the next step in our life is frightening, it's tumultuous, it's darkened. But to not look to the past, to hold glimpse of these good memories, is to forget who you are. For when it comes to those final moments, moments of Alzheimer's, moments of death, we're not thinking about tomorrow. You aren't thinking about the next step because your next step does not exist. In those final moments, you are hearkening to the past. No matter what you are saying, no matter what goes through that mind, no matter who you pray to, no matter what you believe or want or desire, in those final moments where you and I will walk across that bridge, you're not thinking about the next step. You're thinking about that song from forever ago. You're thinking about those smiles that you remember seeing. And when you lose memory of everything else, the last thing that goes through your mind is a subtle tune before you seem to fade. Without nostalgia, you were nothing but ink dripping on a page, and that page has turned over.
Oz.
All right. In my opponent's statement, he mentioned a very, very rough disease that plagues us all. That plagues a lot of us personally. And we all, I assume, live in fear of. Dementia, Alzheimer's, and forgetting the past, forgetting who we are. And these are very deep and traumatic things to have to experience. For the person experiencing them and the family around them. But it's important that we do not get nostalgic for the old days, but advance to a better future. A future to where we can eliminate these diseases. To where we can move forward without having to think of the heavy past. To where we can fix any problem and never look back. Nostalgia is what holds us back. Thinking of a distant memory, something that has passed, gives you no value. But carrying the meaning of those memories to the future, that is what we should be doing. Nostalgia may give fleeting hope, but it closes off possibilities that hope could lead to. Those fleeting moments you spent thinking, missing, crying over these nostalgic things that can never come back when you could be making new memories, moving forward, reaching the stars. I rest my case.
Does Pro get to go again, like get to finish it off the way that you do prosecution?
I guess, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know how this works. I'm not a lawyer.
I was on a jury once.
Hey, you're the judge. You get to determine how it works.
Yeah, Mr. Wyatt, do you have anything further to add?
I rested my case.
Okay. Jury, would you like to deliberate?
Wow, those witnesses were pretty combative.
I know.
Yep.
One just seemed like he didn't want to be here at all.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the vibe I got.
I know, right? You know, I wonder if some of them were related too. Like they sounded pretty One of them sounded like they might have been closely related.
Yeah, I
to
think there was some
the,
bias there.
Yeah.
But in relation to the case, I do feel as though, good points were made on either side. I'm not sure I'm swayed by, not being nostalgic doesn't mean you lose hope in the future. Or by being nostalgic, you give up the future.
I don't know. I feel like he made some good points there. I feel like what he was really trying to come across is some people are trapped in the past too, and it's not good for your mental health, and you really should be trying to move forward.
What, and like live in the present?
Yep. It's not much better, but it's better than being trapped in the past.
Yeah, but you can curate the things from the past. You can't curate the present.
I mean, with alcohol, anything's possible.
True.
I feel like he had a deeper meaning that he was trying to convey, like, don't be stuck in the past. Instead, move forward with your life until you were able to find something that makes that a little bit better. Want something that wants you to move forward and look to the future. But also, Wyatt, the defendant, also made some pretty good points as well. Like, I feel like it's a real double-edged sword here, because we had we have the thesis and then the antithesis over there. One's trying to prove, like, the polar opposite of the other point.
You're just describing Court. You're describing.
I know I am. Like, he's really trying hard to.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to say is, Oz's point is, nostalgia is painful. Wyatt's is, it's not painful.
Yeah, and I don't know that I was convinced that nostalgia is painful, if that's the argument. I think you made a really good point that a lot of what we remember as being very, very good is not what the memory is. I think a lot of the times you evoke really good memories of how it went down, and then if you actually examined it, it's a lot darker or unsatisfactory as it was. But I don't think I don't think you proved that nostalgia is in and of itself a bad thing.
True.
Have you reached
think-
a verdict? Oh, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
I don't know if we have reached a verdict. I am for, I'm one for Oz's case.
Yeah,
Sounds like,
yeah, I think we're hung. Well hung.
Ew.
but ultimately it is up to our grand judge.
Our unbiased judge.
I think legally it goes to a retrial, but
No, I know, but
As
Technically,
this is a civil case.
technically I
Oh, go
stated
ahead.
in the beginning that the judge gets to make the determination, and the lawyers are just
All
there
right.
to, or the jury's just there to weigh in.
all right.
As we have a hung jury, I will posit that real hung. I will posit that while I can understand how nostalgia may gloss over some of the things that would otherwise hurt us, and there are people who are stuck in the past, but all I can think of is, does nostalgia make you happy? And for most people, that answer is yes. So I'm going to find for Mr. Wyatt.
All right.
I'm gonna show you how hung I can get. Hell yeah!
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
Objection bias.
Yeah.
Yeah, objection bias.
Bias. Well, I mean, like, clearly I am pro nostalgia. Although I will say that there are times when, because I'm not the most nostalgic person, and so there are things that rely on nostalgia in order to drive the majority of the enjoyment of the thing. And so sometimes I don't enjoy something as much because I don't have as much nostalgia attached to it. But in that case, nostalgia would still be a benefit to me had I had it, you know? But okay, so does that make Wyatt the next judge?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
Judge Wyatt has been filmed in front of a live studio audience. All trials are final. Welcome, attention, attention. Welcome to court. We have a new line on the docket. Let's see. I would enjoy the malicious compliance of two individuals, Mr. Sangoku
Present.
and
Hmm.
wow. Who hasn't gone yet?
Phoenix hasn't gone yet.
I have gone yet.
He has gone.
He's been a
Phoenix
lawyer?
was the first.
We've all
Yeah, he
been
was
a
Oh,
the
lawyer.
first.
that's right.
Who hasn't gone against Sengoku is what I was meaning to say.
That would be me, Sky.
No, I went against Sengoku. didn't
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Never mind.
I would like then Sengoku and Phoenix with Sengoku pro, Phoenix against.
Against.
So I'm pro?
Yeah, you're pro.
Okay. Okay, let me bring up the wheel. And let's spin this sucker. God damn. Okay, I'm
What was it?
capitalism.
Capitalism.
Yeah. Hell yeah, brother.
I'm getting all the great ones.
Oh,
All right,
man.
Phoenix, get your communism ready.
At least you didn't have to go pro again with Olive Garden.
Yeah, I mean,
Damn, that would have been so. Damn it, that would have been.
I know. I almost.
Can I use
feel
my
like,
godlike powers and switch? I'm kidding.
I
Nope.
feel like if
You
we
can.
Yeah, I feel like if we do this again, we ought to roll and then choose, who it is.
You're right. That
and
would be pretty
for
funny.
it against. That would be really funny. But
But
anyway,
we'll go with capitalism this time. Yeah, let's go.
yes.
All right,
I'm more than willing to do a switch of.
You're willing to do a switch to Olive Garden? How about you, Sengoku?
I'm willing to switch to Olive Gardens. All in favor of.
fine.
Yeah, Olive Garden time.
God damn it. Just because of
Let's
the
do
lulls.
it. Oh, this is gonna be good.
All right, start off your statement, sir.
All right,
on.
Mr. Sengoku, will you step forward into the well?
Yeah, I'm just formulating. I'm trying to think here.
You will, because of the switch of subject, I will give a 30-second preparation period. I call it the preparation H. For I'm happy, haha, because me and the girl are going to be going to Olive Garden with her mom tonight. So I'm going to bring whatever pros you bring to the table. I'm going to bring them up during dinner and say, well, this is what my Canadian Italian friend has to say.
How dare you?
It's going to be so good. All right. Mr. Sengoku, you are pro in the case of your defendant. You have the floor.
People of the court, I would like to bring up the Olive Garden as a fine institution of delightful Italian foods. Italian food is one of the most popular foods in all of the world, and sometimes it can be a little intimidating. Sometimes it's hard to really understand. There's all these crazy Italian words on the menu. It can be expensive. It can be a little intimidating. Well, not at Olive Garden. You know, when you're here, it's your family, and they give it to you straight, like, you know, like Nona used to make. Is every bite is going to taste exactly like an Italian intended, and it's approachable. It's everywhere. You can get unlimited salad and breadsticks. That's a deal right there.
Objection, filibuster.
What?
Objection abstained. I want to hear where he's going with this.
It's not a filibuster. I'm talking about the great things of Olive Garden. All the great things. And I mean, a lot of people, you know, when we're in a time where it's really hard to, you know, to feel like you belong somewhere, you know, and in a place like Olive Garden, you know, you can go there and you got your family, you know, everyone's your family. Every single, you know, super well educated and dressed person is just there that you can enjoy your dinner, you know. A wise man once said, there's always room.
Hearsay abstains. Strike from last record.
Wait, what are you striking?
The part about where you're essentially alluding to when you're here, we're family.
What's wrong with that?
That's on Olive Garden. I don't think that's...
I know.
Yeah.
You're right. Sorry, it was just really funny. Continue.
Look, I feel like two of us aren't taking the judge role seriously.
Yeah. But as Olive Garden
Sorry,
says,
this is really good.
when you're here, you're family. And
There it is.
to quote Dom from Fast and Furious, there's always room for family.
Is that what he says?
Ah,
There's a whole lot of things said about family in the movie. You know,
All right.
so you can go for something more exciting, but to quote Dom once again, you know, you could go out and eat something super exciting, but, you know, everyone's looking for a thrill, but what's real is family.
All right. With 15 seconds to spare, thank you for your opening statement. Mr. Phoenix, you have the well.
I thought we were here to go against capitalism.
You just
God damn it.
You just argued that we should switch topics.
I said we should switch roles from pro to con.
I see.
Well,
Too bad.
Too bad.
We're
too
here
far
now.
down this road already. Tell us how much.
You just let me go on about Olive Garden without at any
did.
point.
I was like, objection, filibuster at the start, because I thought we were still going on about fucking capital.
Oh my Christ. No, we're
Oh
talking.
man.
We're talking
When you said switching, we all were under the assumption that you were meaning not switching positions, Gady.
I was here to assume that we were switching from pro to con and that he was just leading it off at the start.
with a rant about Olive Garden. And why would I filibuster my own case? This isn't the Senate. I have nothing to gain from wasting time.
Phoenix is in a whole different universe right now.
Look, the blunt from earlier. Really quick.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm sorry. I was under different assumptions.
Do you require 30 seconds to collect yourself and prepare for this newest statement?
No. So I'll switch it up a little bit then, and I will say, alluding to a much needed to talk about case, capitalism.
Are you just gonna argue capitalism?
You are in the entire wrong about this, because while they might come off friendly, and they might come off as family, as you say, as you were there, no, they're really all in it for your money. At the end of the day, they're there to take your money, give you a shitty meal in return.
Would we assume that the they in your statement is Olive Garden?
Correct.
Okay, thank you. Continue.
Them as a whole business, collectively, if I were to refer to as them in the future, that would be Olive Garden as a whole.
Understood.
Let's bring up some witnesses real quick here. I would like to call forth God Osmond.
Yes, my child.
Sorry, I'm still a little bit affected by that blunt earlier, but I do have some for you to court. Am I cutting out?
No.
Okay. So, have you ever dined at the establishment known as Olive Garden?
Yes.
Would you say it was a pleasant experience?
Absolutely.
Would you say that the bill afterwards left you feeling happy or sad?
Well, I'm never really excited to spend money, but when I'm there, I'm family, so it was pretty good. I have to say, it evened out.
It
I
even
felt
out?
indifferent.
So you felt indifferent. You felt like you were giving money to family.
No,
In
I
the
felt like I was
end.
paying for a meal.
All right. And you say it would be fairly priced?
I'd say they're a
$15
little
for a plate of
expensive.
pasta? Possibly more.
I'd say they're a little expensive, but the salad goes hard, and the unlimited breadsticks also pretty hard.
There is the unlimited breadsticks. Thank you, Oz. You may go.
I'd like to cross the witness if I could.
Allowed. Witness, please remain so that you may be crossed.
I
Mr.
hadn't moved yet.
Mr. Oz, what price do you put on family?
My family, except my dad. My dad's indispensable, but the rest of them can go.
What about your extended family, i.e., those you choose to spend your time with?
Well, you know, the blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb.
I would like to say a hell yeah to that.
Hell yeah.
I'd put a high price on it.
Right.
Maybe like $350.
Right. Just because the other council here is trying to put a price on your experience, which you said was a good experience. I'm curious, how often do you go out and enjoy Italian food?
Do you mean Oliver?
Let's say outside of the Olive Garden.
Outside of well, you know, I've been visiting Shawnee more, and they have a really good pizza place in Shawnee, Giorgio's, and I'll get calzones pizza, and we get that maybe once every other month.
Right, but what about a sit-down place where you can, have pasta or something of the like?
Almost never.
Right, so your only real experience is with the Olive Garden.
That's correct.
So do you think it is a what keeps you away from going to other restaurant eateries?
Price.
So you would say that the Olive Garden compared to the competition is a good price.
Yeah.
Okay, great. I have no further questions.
Defendant. Oh, sorry. Mr. Phoenix. Would you like to call a witness to the stand? Okay, sorry.
I would not. I would like to bring up point number 2.
Of course.
How can Olive Garden call themselves an Italian restaurant? This is an offense to Italy. This is international hot waters that we're into.
Objection? That sounds like an opinion.
Strike
Objection.
from last.
That sounds
please,
like it's covered in the snow of Canada.
Please
Objection,
refrain your-
racism?
Argumentative.
Okay, hey, this is. Let's not get argumentative. Another one
Order
like
of the
that, and I'll hold you in contempt of court. Please rephrase your statement, Mr. Phoenix.
Olive Garden is, in fact, a chain restaurant. While you might argue that they do have good food. As was said by the witness, they have good food. They have fresh salad and fresh breadsticks. Unlimited at that. They call themselves an Italian restaurant. Whereas, take a look over in Italy. If they were to classify themselves as an Italian restaurant, instead of catering to the masses, they would instead be catering to families. Lesser scale than Olive Garden.
Objection,
And
speculative.
most aren't.
This is speculation.
Objection held. Where are you coming from with this?
How many Italian restaurants are chains in Italy? Like Olive Garden? None. Therefore, you could say that an Italian restaurant could not be a chain
Objection.
restaurant.
Objection. That is definitely speculative.
Agreed. Objection held.
You have no evidence.
It is very speculative.
There are definitely
without-
chains in Italy.
Agreed.
I like how we've milked all the comedy out of this.
In fact, I
And
believe
it's just a courtroom now.
there have been. I believe that there have been chains in Italy longer than it's been called Italy. Ancient Rome.
Yeah, I'll draw your attention to Spartacus. Many chains were present.
A chain every 1 mile, as well as a cross.
Draw your attention to Dominic.
Yeah, I mean, he is
I
Italian.
put my family more than my own. Shoved my balls into a meat grinder for my family.
Wow.
Objection, I am holding you in contempt of court. Bailiff, get this man out of here. This court has gone completely wackadoo. I think this. I think this.
I would like to call for a raise to Senate.
He's
No,
trying to make
he's
an
got a
appeal
point.
already.
I would like to call for this for a raise to Senate. We need more outside opinions on this.
God damn it.
I guess we'll come back to Olive Garden.
And Olive Garden eventually went on to the state level. Just like the state of their amazing breadstick deals.
Are you saying I just argued for Olive Garden and you guys are just going to completely throw this out of court?
We sure are. Moving on.
Wait. Maybe we should have Sengoku argue for and against Olive Garden. He can be against himself.
I think that's counterproductive.
Objection leading.
It's a little counterproductive.
Should we still deliberate? Because
I mean, this kangaroo court can continue for a few more moments. Go ahead and deliberate, I guess.
So Oz, do you think that we're family?
You know, I do like Olive Garden, but you know, that Phoenix guy, he's got a point.
Yeah. Like I remember in like a very, I remember a voice in a very calm Canadian accent that said some of the very similar things. I
You know, I've
can't
got a
quite
friend who does not
place
like
it.
Olive Garden.
Yeah. I mean, I've never had a bad experience at an Olive Garden, but I also can't really remember the
Objection,
food
hearsay.
at an Olive Garden. So
You know what? All of my Olive Garden experience have been fantastic, but I trust in my friends and my chosen family explicitly. And one of those people, a Canadian, once told me that Olive Garden is terrible. So you know what? I'm gonna trust them.
Yeah.
You guys are real pieces of shit, you know that?
All right, team. Has the jury come to a verdict?
I'm going to go for Sengoku.
I go for Phoenix.
Which is also
all right.
going for Sengoku.
Well, I guess it comes down to the facts, and the facts are as they are. And the fact is, unfortunately, we are a family, and I trust a member of my family dearly. And when my Canadian friend said that the Olive Garden is not true Italian food, I have to stick with it. So, Phoenix, congratulations. Your kangaroo court is there. You win this case.
You
Thank
fools!
you.
I tricked you. I won. Now it's
He did
now
win.
it's set in
You-
precedent. It's set in the courts that Olive Garden is trash and
All
can
right.
never
Out of
be
my courtroom.
revoked.
He sounded
Babe, let's
slimy
get
throughout the
these two-
entire opening of it too. He sounded like he was just full of it.
Great.
Oh, I hated it.
Bailiff,
Oh.
carry these men out of here.
All right.
I'll see you at Senate.
Debate. You won.
I'm raising this to Senate still.
I like the most biased like ever too. It's just like, no, you don't get a closing statement. He just trails off into nothingness. And he was held in
I'm sorry.
contempt.
Were you there the last time?
And he was he was held in contempt, dragged out of the court, and still won.
Because we're family.
Yeah.
That's true. You know what, Senko? We just trust you so much, Sengoku.
It's fine. Now, whenever you guys bring up Olive Garden, I'm gonna refer to this case of Sengoku versus Phoenix.
Oh
That
yeah.
case was scuffed as shit. The jury was definitely biased.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't matter. It's law.
When when me and the lady are eating Olive Garden, I'll make sure to send several pictures in the chat, just for you.
Great.
No, it's illegal now. You determined it.
Yet I did
I'm
determine
pretty
it,
sure.
and that's why I will be held in contempt.
Everything decided here is binding by law.
Good.
I'm pretty sure that
Arrest
defendant
me.
was paid off.
Wait, what's the
So we're
legally
gonna need
binding
another
contract?
retrial.
Oh my God! This is the trial of the century, Olive
Yeah.
Garden. All right.
Yeah, we're gonna need another retrial. I'm pretty sure one of the defendants, specifically the lawyer, was committing perjury, and doesn't actually like Olive Garden.
That's not perjury. You're allowed to
No.
not like your client.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You're not
you
allowed
are.
to lie in court. Everybody knows that.
Well,
I didn't once
lawyers-
lie.
That's
Yeah.
the whole point of the movie Liar Liar.
Yeah,
All right.
I didn't once say I liked Olive Garden. I just said a lot of people enjoy it and then quoted Fast and the Furious a bunch.
Objection. I like to call upon Saul Goodman.
Oh shit! Now we're talking. All right. Good debates.
hmm
Yes.
Lots of bias.
Mm-hmm.
I will from now on refer to you as Debate B.
Master debaters.
Yep.
Yep.
But yeah, hopefully we can
get ready
bring.
for part 2.
Yeah, we're gonna bring you another one like this. We'll have it like a little bit more structured and have some actual rules, especially for Phoenix over there.
Yes. The Casper Slide Part 2 of Trials.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, but thank you so much for joining us tonight. If you enjoyed this or enjoyed any of the other videos, please like and subscribe. Tune in. We got some Dredge. We've got another Ravenlofty review this week for Traveler. And another tape to tape. And yeah, we'll be bringing you lots more content, so thank you so much for tuning in. I will allow the court any final words.
This court recognizes the honorable deification of Satan. Hail him.
Agree.
Yep.
I would like to bring to the court a petition to somehow get me more money. That would be awesome.
Yep.
And if anyone out there is looking for $1,000 worth of Pokemon cards, I know a guy.
Yep.
And if you want to provide us more money, then you could give us a big old kissy on the head. And if that scares you, could always subscribe.
Or go to our Patreon.
Or just
we
watch
will
another
be-
video.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Watch our videos. Please look at us. Please look at me. Look at me right now. Please.
Validation.
Give me validation. I will suck your dick for validation right now.
Touch us with your
All
eyes. Okay, thanks everyone.
Touch me.
My horns go up places you couldn't even imagine.
And we're out.
Are we out?